Hi, today's project is to replace this bushing in the steering on my Simplicity tractor. Here's the steering section that's been removed. Using a punch, I was able to extract these. They do have a slit. As you can see, the one is sort of curled as I drove it down with the chisel. Here is the piece that those bushings ride in. There's one on the top and one on the bottom. I got the top bushing out, but the one that's at the bottom I have been beating on for a while with two different tools and cannot get it out. So we're going to try a little different approach. This was one tool I was using. I've ground the end so it's got some flats and put it in and angled it and beat on it. You can see I've beat on it a lot. The one that was the most effective though was this tool, because I was able to start at the top and then peel the bronze bushing in at the seam. But I can't see where the seam is on the bottom. And this is down far enough that the angle is just wrong that I can't get a good bite in it. When I stick it all the way down there, the point end just skips off down the pipe. For illustration purposes, I've set my jaws on my vise about the diameter of that tube I'm working in. And I've got the tool inserted about as far as it reaches down to the bushing that's in the bottom section. And you see how the tip of the tooth is not up against the metal? We're going to adjust the edge of the chisel and get it to where it fits in there flat. Okay, now you can see that I've got the unit to where the tip will definitely bite into the side. I also put a little bit of a radius to it to match the contour of the pipe. So here we have the rounded edge, and we look down the hole, and I've got a good firm perch now. So I'm going to have to hammer. Takes two hands, and we'll see if we can get this bushing out. Note that it's important to be wearing safety glasses anytime you use a hammer. And I've tapped on it a little bit, and now you should see that the bushing is starting to come out. Looking down in this tube, if you can see it down there, just right, you can see the bushing is starting to stick out a little bit where I can get a hold of it better with another chisel. Here you can see on the edge that where my chisel was riding up against it, it was just knocking the edge off and it wouldn't take a bite. All the way around, no matter where I went, it just kept rounding and would never push out until I put that chisel with the point to get it to get a bite. And then this was already a split style bushing, but it would give me a perch to get the bushing to come out. And so there it is. Next, we're going to clean the inside of the tube a little bit. Here you can see the bushings are slit down the side. Notice how this is set up where the weight of the tractor is pushing down on this side of the tire, which makes this want to rotate this way. So the wear side is going to be here and here. So I want to put the slit here and here. Here you can see I have the slot because the back side back here is where the wear is going to be. This shaft is going to want to rock this way, and I don't want to give it any cause to wear at this joint. This is my press-in tool. It's some thick washers, and it's a 7/16 threaded rod with two nuts. Here you can see how I've set it up. I just turn the wrench. This one happens to be a gear wrench as a ratchet, makes it go faster. You can see that the square washer and the round washer are flat down to the tube, so that top bushing is pushed in. Here you can see the slit is on the inside because the thrust is going to push toward the outside. We're looking at the bottom, and as I mentioned, this slits on the back side. So we're just going to tighten this up with the wrenches. Here you can see the bushing is drawn in about halfway. Okay, here's the top bushing down flush, and you can see the little notch in the bottom bushing, and you should be able to see the notch on the back side of that one. See if we can see it this way. Okay, I put a little grease top and bottom. I put a little grease on the shaft. Get the washer on first. Okay, so now I'm inserting the shaft into this new set of bushings. Just about pushed it all the way in. So this is all the way in. I have to put the washer and then the roll pin back in. The roll pin's back in. I've connected the steering linkage, and we're all through other than putting grease in. But you don't need to see how to do that. You know how to use a grease gun. Thanks for watching.